Hi kids, it's Deborah from JH Kids here with a Rosh Hashana story. Today's book is called Engineer Ari and the Rosh Hashana Ride, and it was written by Deborah Bodin Cohen and illustrated by Shahar. This is a fun book. Can you see the pictures? Engineer Ari walked proudly into the railway station in the port city of Jaffa. The year was 1892. The workers had finished the tracks just in time for Rosh Hashana. A new year, a new railway, thought Engineer Ari, and I've been chosen to drive the first train from Jaffa to Jerusalem. He patted the train's boiler. "Are you ready?" he asked. "You and I are going to deliver Rosh Hashana treats to the children in Jerusalem." Ari's engineer friends Jesse and Nathaniel stood nearby. "Look at the crowds who came to see me off," Ari boasted to them. Nathaniel sulked because he hadn't been chosen. Jesse grumbled, "Ari thinks he's so important." "We can't all be first," Ari bragged. He told himself not to worry about Jesse and Nathaniel. Engineer Ari climbed into the train's cab. He tugged the whistle cord. Toot toot! The switchman gave the signal. The crowd cheered and clapped. Engineer Ari pulled back the throttle and the train steamed out of the station. He forgot to say bye to Jesse and Nathaniel. The train chug-a-lugged past cypress trees and orange groves. Children waved as the train went by. The train hissed slowly into the first station. A girl hurried out of the crowd carrying a basket. "Please bring these apples to Jerusalem for a sweet new year," she said. "My uncle grew them in his orchard." Engineer Ari took a juicy bite out of a shiny green apple. The color reminded him of Jesse. Jesse's train engine was bright green. Ari wondered if Jesse was still angry. "Shana Tova! Happy New Year!" called Engineer Ari, steaming out of the station. He tugged the whistle cord. Toot toot! Oh, what do you think is happening here? The train chug-a-lugged past palm trees and prickly pear cactus. A beekeeper looked up from her honeycombs to wave. At the next station, a boy lifted a crate filled with jars and brought it to the platform. "Are you going to Jerusalem?" he asked, holding up a jar. "Please take my mother's honey with you so the children of Jerusalem can dip apples in honey on Rosh Hashana." Engineer Ari smiled at the thought of the sweet, sticky honey. But the golden color reminded him of Nathaniel. Nathaniel's train engine was sunny yellow. Ari worried that he had hurt Nathaniel's feelings. "Shana Tova! Happy New Year!" called Ari, steaming out of the station. He tugged the whistle cord. Toot toot! The train chug-a-lugged toward grey foothills. Farmers waved from their wheat fields. At the next train station, a baker and his son hurried out of the crowd carrying large sacks. The sweet smell of fresh bread filled the air. "What smells so good?" asked Engineer Ari. "My son and I have baked loaves of round challah," said the baker. "Please bring them to Jerusalem for Rosh Hashana." Engineer Ari thought about Jessie again. She loved the smell of fresh bread. Ari wished he had not bragged to his friends. "Shana Tova! Happy New Year!" called Engineer Ari, steaming out of the station. He tugged the whistle cord. Toot toot! The train chug-a-lugged into a narrow canyon and began to climb slowly as the tracks curved through steep hills. A shepherd tended his flock. One ram had long curled horns. The ram looked up and let out a loud baa. At the next station, a boy carrying a large basket on his head walked towards the tracks. He took the shofar out of the basket and blew a strong, deep note. "My family makes these shofars from ram's horns. Please bring them to Jerusalem so people can announce the new year." Engineer Ari thought about Nathaniel. If Nathaniel had heard the shofar, he would have pulled his train's whistle cords to make the same sounds. He wondered how he could apologize to his friends. "Shana Tova, Happy New Year," called Engineer Ari, steaming out of the station. He tugged the whistle cords. Toot, toot! The train chug-a-lugged higher and higher, past olive groves and underground springs. Finally, it reached a plateau. "I can see the Jordan River from here," said Engineer Ari with excitement. He added sadly, "I wish Nathaniel and Jesse were here too." Before he knew it, the great walled city of Jerusalem appeared in the distance. Engineer Ari pulled into the station. The train hissed to a stop. A crowd of people cheered. Children surrounded the train, climbing into the caboose and cab. They lifted out the Rosh Hashana treats. Engineer Ari hardly noticed. He was thinking about his friends. "I hurt Jesse and Nathaniel's feelings when I bragged," he thought. "On Rosh Hashana and Yom Kippur, we apologize for our mistakes. We do teshuvah. Teshuvah means turning ourselves around and promising to do better." Engineer Ari gathered an apple, a jar of honey, a challah, and a shofar for each of his friends. He patted the train's boiler again and said, "I need to turn around so we can steam back to Jaffa. I want to find Jesse and Nathaniel and say I am sorry. I want to do teshuvah." "Shana Tova, Happy New Year," called Engineer Ari, steaming out of the station. He tugged the whistle cord. Toot, toot! That's the end of the story. What do you think about Engineer Ari and the Rosh Hashana ride? Do you sometimes leave your friends out or brag a little bit or say something that's not nice? Maybe to a friend, maybe to a teacher, maybe to your brother or sister. Can I tell you a secret? We all do that. We all make mistakes. We all say things we don't mean. Sometimes when we're hungry or tired or feeling angry or sad. And that's okay, because that's part of being a human being. But when we do something that hurts someone else's feeling, we have power. Just like Engineer Ari. We have the power to say, "I'm sorry," to go and apologize, maybe draw a nice picture, give them a big cuddle and say, "I'm sorry." So that's the story for Rosh Hashana this year. And if you look on our website, you will see so many activities. You can even make your own shofar. I hope you have a Shana Tova umetuka. That means a sweet new year. See you next time. Bye.